Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Chitra Dhadich. Welcomes you all on behalf of Sona Devi Sethia Girls PG College Sujangarh for a lecture on a figure of speech called paradox. First of all, look at the definition of paradox. A paradox is a figure of speech to contradicts itself but which upon further examination contains some kernel of truth or reason. The word paradox derives from the Greek word paradoxons, meaning contrary to expectations, existing belief, or perceived opinion. In literature, a paradox is a literary device that contradicts itself but contains some truth. So, it is clear that paradox is a statement or an expression which is very obviously self-contradictory and absolutely contrary to the generally accepted ideas, but which nevertheless might be containing some truth. I would like to share with you a quotation from M.H. Abrams that a paradox is a statement which seems on its face to be self-contradictory or absurd yet turns out to have a valid meaning. So, the paradox is a very famous literary device used by almost all poets, but I can say that it is a very central device in metaphysical poetry, as the greatest metaphysical poet John Donne exploited this device in his poetry a lot. As very common phrases used by Shakespeare and Wordsworth, I would like to share with you that Shakespeare's phrases, the truest poetry is the most feigned, most imaginary. The cowards die many times before their death. As Wordsworth's very famous quote, the phrase, the child is the father of man, are examples of paradox. So, just have a look the examples of paradox in literature. It is very famous and make you very clear the example of paradox from Animal Farm. Animal Farm, a novel by George Orwell. So, in George Orwell's Animal Farm, one part of the cardinal rule is this statement. What is the paradox? That all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. So, this statement seems to not make any sense. However, on closer examination, it becomes clear that Orwell points out a political truth. The government in this novel claims that everyone is equal, but it has never treated everyone equally. So, it is the concept of equality stated in this paradox that is opposite to the common belief of equality. So, that is the example of a paradox. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. I would like to share another example of paradox from the greatest tragedy written by William Shakespeare, the Hamlet. So, in William Shakespeare's famous play, Hamlet, the protagonist Hamlet says, I must be cruel to be kind. So, this announcement does not seem to make any sense. How can an individual treat others kindly even when he is cruel? So, however, Hamlet is talking about his mother and how he intends to kill Claudius to avenge his father's death. So, this act of Hamlet will be a tragedy for his mother who is married to Claudius. Hamlet does not want his mother to be the beloved of his father's murderer any longer, and so he thinks that the murder will be good for his mother. That's the example of the paradox, that I must be cruel to be kind. I would like to share some common examples of paradox also from our daily life used by us. So, that have a look that your enemy's friend is your enemy. I am nobody, wise fool. Truth is honey, which is bitter. So, it's very clear to us that truth is always bitter for everyone. So, from the above examples of paradox, we can say that paradox creates a humorous effect on the readers because of its ridiculousness. So, the above reading may bring out the question, why is paradox used when a message can be conveyed in a straightforward and simple manner? So, the answer lies in the nature and purpose of literature. One function of literature is to make the readers enjoy reading. Readers enjoy more when they extract the hidden meaning out of the writing rather than something presented to them in an uncomplicated manner. Thus, the chief purpose of a paradox is to give pleasure. In poetry, the use of paradox is not confined to mere wit and pleasure. Rather, it becomes an integral part of poetic diction. Poets usually make use of paradox to create a remarkable thought or image out of words. Some types of paradox in poetry are meant to communicate a tone of irony to its readers as well as lead their thoughts to the immediate subject. So, paradox in most poems normally strives to create feeling of intrigue and interest in reader's mind to make them think deeper and harder to enjoy the real message of the poem. So, that's it for this lecture. Till that, keep studying and keep loving the videos. Thank you.